Institutions, only now that our SEC has turned more friendly, institutions now are considering allocations to Bitcoin, which we think is the most secure of all of the crypto assets out there. It is backed by the largest computer network in the world. It would be very difficult to hack into it.
Wood begins by emphasizing Bitcoin's unique characteristics as the first digital, decentralized, and rules-based monetary system in history. Unlike traditional currencies that are subject to government control and intervention, Bitcoin operates independently, with no central authority to manipulate its supply or value. This decentralized nature makes it a powerful financial tool, offering security and predictability in an increasingly unstable global economy. Institutional investors are beginning to recognize Bitcoin as a legitimate asset class with unique properties. Wood highlights a research paper published by ARK Invest in 2016 titled "Bitcoin Ringing the Bell for a New Asset Class." This research underscores Bitcoin's low correlation with traditional assets, making it an attractive hedge against market volatility.
Please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. You can also check out our other videos on cryptocurrencies and the overall digital asset space and drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and immensely contributes to the channel's growth. Thanks and enjoy the video.
This, he believes, and we believe, is the first digital, global, private, meaning no government oversight, no throat to choke, decentralized, and perhaps most important, rules-based monetary system in history. That is a very big idea. Now, what's happening is the developed world is adopting Bitcoin from a reserve point of view faster than we expected. US is proposing putting Bitcoin into the Treasury's reserves. Now, of course, El Salvador has done that. We expected emerging markets to really start, but developed world's coming on. So that's very interesting. Also, institutions understand that this is a new asset class. And as fiduciaries, we all need to understand assets that have low correlations, whether we're talking about risk and returns, to other assets. Bitcoin is that. We did a paper called Bitcoin Ringing the Bell for a New Asset Class in 2016. And while the correlations may be a little...
To you, is it a currency or a system? How do you view it specifically?
We view it as a monetary system that involves a currency that over time could be used not only for store of value, but means of exchange. Now, it hasn't worked in El Salvador, and maybe it won't work. So store of value, absolutely. But a monetary system, very importantly, like gold, in some ways, serves that store of value. It's one of the most important roles. But we also think this new asset class is a very important role, and institutions, only now that our SEC has turned more friendly, institutions now are considering allocations to Bitcoin, which we think is the most secure of all of the crypto assets out there. It is backed by the largest computer network in the world. It would be very difficult to hack into it. So you've got not only a monetary system, a new asset class, and a technology. Now, I don't know if Bitcoin would be the right blockchain technology for the government to use if it were going to put all of the government's transactions on the system. Probably wouldn't be, but it could be. Let's see what happens. Of course, Elon has been a fan of the crypto asset Doge, D-O-G-E. That's why he named the government efficiency Doge. So that may have something to do with this. Doge is a fork of Bitcoin, interestingly. And while we believe Bitcoin is the real deal in terms of this global monetary system, you never know what this fork of Bitcoin might accomplish. Bitcoin is winning because there is no throat to choke. China shut down Bitcoin. It migrated elsewhere with hardly a hiccup. I think it was in 2017. Now it is receiving more regulatory acceptance, especially in the United States. Remember, our SEC was absolutely hostile to crypto assets of all kind, including Bitcoin, and was driving innovation away from the United States in this space, which of course we thought was terrible. This new administration is embracing it as really the layer of the internet that developers did not build in the early 90s because no one at that time understood that commerce and financial services would take place on the internet. So a country can shut the internet down and deprive its people of the internet. But with a VPN, an individual in one of these countries can, with a wallet, get access to Bitcoin. And if someone comes in and tries to confiscate their assets, to the extent they remember, the code, they won't be giving up their wealth in a tragic situation like that. So I think a lot of more people understand that now, and the wallets are becoming easier to use and access. So we think it will continue to proliferate.
Wood concludes by discussing Tesla's unique position in the electric vehicle, EV, and autonomous driving sectors. Unlike competitors who struggle with battery costs and manufacturing efficiency, Tesla remains highly profitable due to its innovative approach to energy storage. By leveraging consumer electronics battery cost curves instead of developing entirely new systems, Tesla has maintained a significant cost advantage. However, Tesla's most significant edge lies in its autonomous mobility efforts. With orders of magnitude more real-world driving data than any other company, Tesla is miles ahead in training its AI models for self-driving technology.
Well, we do think robotics is, there are two. Robotics with humanoid robots, we think that a $13 trillion opportunity is brewing, half in the home and half in the industrial world. It is amazing the dexterity now that we're beginning to witness in humanoid robots. Tesla, Figure AI, and other companies are racing towards this opportunity. And if you think about it, what is this opportunity? It's the convergence of three of the major technologies around which we have centered our research: robots, energy storage, and artificial intelligence. Just like autonomous vehicles, humanoid robots are the same three sets of technologies. And then, as I mentioned, and I'll close out, because in terms of profound impacts, the idea that AI is going to be a tool used along with sequencing technologies like single cell sequencing. We have 37 trillion cells in our bodies. Now that we can sequence those cells, the idea that the convergence of sequencing, AI, and gene editing techniques can evolve to cure disease is going to prolong human life and, increase the quality of life for people with 4,000 rare diseases out there. It's probably a lot more than 4,000. We've only identified somewhere between 4,000 and 7,000. And so we think healthcare is going to become much more individualized, personalized, and this is something you heard in the telecom bubble. We weren't ready back then. The technologies weren't ready, and they were way, way, way too costly. Now that sequencing technologies are dropping below $200 for one person, We think that the genomic or the multi-omic revolution is ready for prime time. For the most part, for the price point that Tesla offers, it is still very hard to compete if you're looking at the same power and range. And that's because they have chosen a different kind of battery technology. They rode down the consumer electronics battery cost curve as opposed to developing a whole new battery pack system. And that is still serving to their benefit from a ability to lower prices and remain profitable. If other EV companies lowered prices to the same level for the same power and range, they would lose money. So that's the first. But more important now is the move towards autonomous mobility. And Tesla has collected, by orders of magnitude, more data on real world driving miles than all of the other competitors put together. And in AI, the name of the game, and of course, autonomous mobility is the largest AI project in the world, as I mentioned, the name of the game is having the most proprietary data in order to surface those, they're called, I've forgotten what they're called. They're called, edge cases. They're called edge cases. Those accidents that occur very infrequently. Tesla is able to do that while very few other companies would be able to, mostly because they've seen everything. Their cars have seen everything. They've had all kinds of storms around the world. They've seen all kinds of stop signs, which are different in different parts of the world. And so this is giving Tesla an edge in terms of autonomous mobility, which we believe is winner take most. So in the US, if you look at, and you'll see in our Big Ideas 2025, we just put it out last week, and it's on our website, arc-invest.com. In 2014, when we started the company, we listed the companies that were going after autonomy. Only 2 are left from that original 10. Tesla, which was much delayed, and Waymo. This is, of course, in the US, and Waymo. Waymo did go commercial to a very limited extent in 2018 or 19, but it is still geo-fenced wherever it serves customers. Tesla will not be geo-fenced. It doesn't need to be. And we think that's a huge competitive differentiator.
Wood explains that AI is all about proprietary data. Companies with the most diverse and extensive data sets will lead in the field. Since Tesla vehicles have encountered a vast range of driving conditions worldwide, their system is uniquely positioned to handle rare edge cases that other companies have yet to experience. In contrast to competitors like Waymo, which relies on geofenced areas for its self-driving services, Tesla's system is designed to operate globally without restrictions. This flexibility will give Tesla a dominant position in the autonomous vehicle market, reinforcing its status as a technology leader. Please like and subscribe.